Hey, so that's it. It's packing day. Well, it's leaving day. My friend Dylan's on his way to come pick me up. He's taking me to the airport kindly. So he's picking me up in about 25 minutes. He's on his way now. So I'll meet him outside. I need to take my suitcases and everything outside. I've taken out my bedding. I've taken down my last trash bag and just some bits and pieces that I was using last night, some water that was left over and stuff, because you can't leave anything in the apartment. Yesterday I'd done all the cleaning. It's kind of sad that it's time to say goodbye already with this. I've checked in, my flights are running, they're on time, so that's a positive because my flight on Monday was cancelled. So I'm flying from Orlando to Atlanta, Atlanta to Amsterdam, and then Amsterdam to Glasgow. So it's probably going to take around 20 hours. Woo! Get there at 10 AM UK time tomorrow, which is like 5 AM American time. And it's almost 8 o'clock right now, so it's like close to 24 hours by the time I probably get home and everything. So I'm gonna head to the airport anyway. I've done enough talking, and I'm gonna probably load my bags. That stresses me out a lot. So once I get all that in, I will check in with you guys just before my flight. So thanks for watching, and thanks for keeping up with my 6-month program that I had this time around.
Whether you call Central Florida home or your favorite travel destination, we hope that you'll return soon. Have a punchy flight. Orlando and Central Florida has so much to offer. There's a good chance you didn't see and do it all. So please come back and visit us again very soon. This is Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer. We hope you enjoy your Orlando experience.
Made it to Terminal F in Atlanta. It is dead. Like, so quiet. Hey, I made it to Amsterdam. No, I didn't. Hey, I made it to Atlanta, so that's flight 1 of 3. It's so eerie and so quiet in this airport. There's it's like, I used to work in an airport. I worked in Edinburgh Airport, and like that closing time when you've only one flight left, that's exactly what it's like. It's insane. There's no food open in this terminal. There's Starbucks. Chose not to get Starbucks. I got McDonald's because it's the only place open. I'm setting up at my gate. I'll see when I eat it and what time it is, if I want to go down and get Starbucks or not. My backpack's really heavy because I have my laptop in it, so it's giving me a bit of a bad back. So I'm trying to be careful of that because I don't want to hurt myself. My suitcase is on wheels, so it doesn't matter how heavy that is, it doesn't bother me, but I don't want to also put extra weight into my suitcase and then I have to lift it into an overhead locker with my laptop in it as well, because it's also quite heavy. It's great fun. Well, it's not meant to have this much luggage, but it is what it is. Things happen. So I'm gonna eat my McDonald's, and then I'll either check in with you on the plane or when I get to Amsterdam. I'm back, literally in Scotland. Yay! I got back about a week ago, so you'll have seen my footage just before this of me travelling back on what was far too long a trip. I got picked up at about, I think it's about 8:30 in the morning. My friends picked me up, took me to the airport and dropped me off, and then I landed back in Glasgow at 10 AM GMT the next day, which is 5 AM Eastern Coast time. So I travelled from about 8:30 AM, probably getting out of bed. I think my alarm went off at 6:45 that morning. So that's, yeah, I didn't sleep that day either. So I was up, I slept in the plane, but I didn't sleep when I got back because I tried not to encourage jet lag. So that was over 24 hours, yeah. I think the longest I've done was when I went to Disneyland, and I think I done 27 hours that time. That was on a ship vacation, so it was a vacation, it was more fun, but I think that's the longest I've done, so this was definitely up there with that. I would never wish that upon anybody. So I went from, you saw I did done some film when I was at Orlando International Airport. From there I flew to Atlanta. I also did some filming there. Then I flew from Atlanta to Amsterdam, and then I just completely forgot that I was filming entirely. I forgot I was vlogging, I think. I was exhausted by that point. That was after the long flight, which was, I think, about an 8-hour flight. It was a long flight. I just couldn't focus on it. I did, however, Delta do have internet on their flights. You can pay to use it on different websites and numerous different apps. However, it is free just to use for WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger. So it was good to be able to chat to people on WhatsApp and Facebook, and I did watch Doctor Sleep, which, if you haven't seen it, is like a prequel to The Shining, and it's with Ewan McGregor, and it's fantastic. And it's not so much in the horror category, it's probably more in like a dark fantasy. A really good movie. I do recommend it. That's a different story though. So I think I did sleep a little bit on that flight. I tried to get some sleep so I wasn't going to be too like jet laggy or just too exhausted when I knew I still had another flight after that. So we touched down in Amsterdam, huge airport. So I did still have my laptop, my backpack, and I was tired by this point. So the last thing I wanted to do was trail about an airport with all these heavy bags to try and find somewhere to get coffee. I really wanted a coffee, and I saw people with coffee, but I had, I think it was about an hour and 15-minute layover, and I didn't want to have to trek and find a coffee when I was tired. I then got boarding onto the flight, keeping in mind I had an American SIM card still, so I could not contact any of my family because suddenly we were in the middle of the tarmac on a plane, because a little bus took us out there with no way of telling people, yeah, I'm about to fly. Should have done that before I left the terminal. Didn't. We flew from Amsterdam to Glasgow. My parents picked me up at the airport, and then we drove home. And it's just, every time I come back here, it's just that weird feeling that I feel when I get out of the car and I stand in the street and you're just like, oh, was it all a wonderful dream and then a nightmare that I'm now back here? But it was just, I just hate that feeling, especially when I can prepare myself for it when I know I'm coming back for it, but when I still was supposed to have 6 months living in Florida, and if you've been out in Florida in the past 6 months, it has been a cold winter. It's been freezing. There's been no typical Florida humidity or warmth at all. I've literally lived in clothes that I would live in here, in like jeans and t-shirts and my hoodies, and I ended up buying a leather jacket and actually bought boots out there because I was that cold. So it would have been nice to have been able to get some Florida weather and some warmth, but I didn't. So once the airlines open up again, once we're free to travel, I'm definitely taking a well-needed vacation. But I don't know, with money I don't have. It has taken a few days to settle in. Everyone is sitting outside in summer clothes and shorts and t-shirts, and I'm in like scruffy leggings and t-shirts. I do have nice clothes, I'm just not going anywhere. And I'm technically living in occasionally it's warm in this room, but I'll live about in a spirit jersey or hoodie or my blanket. Have you not seen the Baby Yoda meme of him calling a blanket his quarantine cape? That is me right now. Exactly me. I've also struggled since I came home with allergies, which is why I have my glasses on right now. First few days I didn't wear them at all. I don't need them to see. I actually have glasses because they have a tint on them. They've got tiny bit of magnification, but they're mainly for using on computer screens, electronics and artificial lights, because my eyes dries up and I get headaches or migraines sometimes. So I have these on because my eyes are a mess. My uncle dropped off some eye drops last night for hay fever. I do get mild hay fever. Apparently I'm getting really bad since I've been back. And then the cats as well. I have mild allergies to my cats, but I love them to pieces and I can't help but cuddle them. Normally just regular hay fever tablets helps, normal antihistamines, and I had been taking them for about 3 weeks before I came back, but apparently they're not making too much of a difference. So today's the first day, which is why I'm filming. Today's the first day that I've felt a lot better. I'm not completely scratching my eyes out right now, so that's a good start. I've not really done much since I've been back because I've suffered pretty bad with my allergies, and I've just not really been able to focus on anything because I've just been feeling miserable and sorry for myself. I've not done much. I bought Final Fantasy VII, which I bought before I came back, so it was waiting for me. So I've mainly been playing Final Fantasy VII. Very good game. Very different from your typical Final Fantasy games if you've ever played them. It's very linear, which shocked me because every other Final Fantasy game or RPG style game that I've played is an open world game, and this one isn't. So that's bizarre. Have you played it? What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below if you're a gamer or you know someone that's been playing it or you've just got into games, because we're quarantined and it's one of the best things to do. Other than that, I do have a couple puzzles. I've done one of them. I'm working on another one, but like I said, because my eyes were a bit itchy, I didn't want to focus on little puzzle pieces. And yeah, just watching TV shows with family, quiz shows, sitting about feeling like I'm doing a lot of stuff and I'm busy when I'm like, what have I achieved today? So it's going to be amazing to be able to get out next week when my 2 weeks quarantine is up, or my 2 weeks isolation is up. And I'm going to the supermarket on Wednesday, and I've never been so excited to go to the supermarket for essentials such as hot chocolate, because American hot chocolate is not great. So I'm excited to get some half decent hot chocolate since I'm home. Hot chocolate in the summer. I'm gonna get some mixed meat margaritas because I'm missing the Mexican pavilion greatly, and hair dye, because when I go through some sort of crisis in my life, I dye my hair. I don't know if any of you have ever noticed that, if any of you have ever been with me when times have changed in my life or I've been through something, I usually dye my hair. That's going to be my exciting week. So yeah, who'd have ever thought this was going to happen in life? There's still no word from Disney. The staff, all the cast members, they're all furloughed right now. No one's really working. There's a very limited number of staff still working, and they're mainly going to be your security, probably your animal keepers for Animal Kingdom, some of your phone lines, because people are still booking holidays or want refunds on holidays or changing dates on holidays. So there's nothing coming through for us right now. And I don't know if Disney even know at the moment what's going on. I don't think anyone in the world knows what's going on right now. And when they do make a decision on something, that's probably when we'll find out. I'm not holding my breath that I'm going to get to go back to work. They have said that it'll be a case-by-case basis. When they do open up, they will contact people who may have time on their visa left to return to help open up Epcot. However, obviously there's a travel ban right now. I don't think my visa is actually included in that. I think there's an exemption in the sort of fine print for my visa, should I be going out to work. I mean, that's the best case scenario, is if they open up in the next couple of months, then I'll get to go back out. My visa was meant to end in September, so that does give it a few more months. We'll see what happens. I am still classed as a cast member. I'm technically suspended, I'm not fired. which also makes it a bit frustrating and a bit in limbo, because usually once you've finished your program you have to wait a year and then you can reapply if you want to go back. So like I stopped working in March. We stopped getting paid on the 18th of April. So normally you'd be like, well, does that mean I can reapply come April next year, or does it mean that I have to wait until September next year and hang about and see what happens first? So it is frustrating. This was probably going to be my last cultural rep program. I just decided it was something I wanted to do. I wanted to save money. I wanted to go to university. But the 6 months where I was going to be able to save money for university didn't happen. So no university. At least for now. A lot of my friends also in Florida don't really understand. A lot of them have been asking me, why can't you just go out and get a job? Because I've been complaining I don't have a job. But I live in the middle of nowhere. I live in the country. I'm a country girl. And I usually do work in the cities, but even in the cities right now, especially in Scotland, nothing is open. Like nothing. Like we don't have drive-through coffee places. There's no drive-through Starbucks. There may be a drive-through Costa somewhere that's just opened, but it's not open right now, I can tell you that. None of our like McDonald's, Burger King, fast food joints, nowhere like that is open. And all the supermarkets mainly hired all their staff for this pandemic like last month, before I got told I had to come back. So there's like, everyone can't seem to understand why I can't find somewhere to hire, but nowhere is hiring. It's frustrating. But now that I'm free, next week at least, not too long, matter of days away, I can go to the supermarket, I can buy ingredients for things, I can do some home vlogs, probably in drinks, maybe some food, probably lots of drinks. So not much has been happening. If you do want to see anything particular in a home vlog, or you want me to cover a topic, I know I've had a couple of people message me on Instagram asking me my thoughts on different things and if I do any vlogs on them. I definitely will look into it. So if you have any ideas, anything you'd like to see, comment down below. Let me know in the comments, let me know on Instagram. That's where I'm most active, at Deb Explores. So come find me there. Yeah. And until the next video, stay safe everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit subscribe, high five the like button as always, and I will see you in the next video. So thank you for watching, see you soon. Okay, and with that, it's time to go. Bye room.